Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is the Pop Culture Junkie here. Today is Sunday, and it is, May the 6th. And yesterday was Saturday, May the 5th, and of course, Revenge of the 5th, but still. The main day for a lot of y'all was not only was it Cinco de Mayo, so happy Cinco de Mayo to anyone out there that celebrated. Hopefully you're recovering from your celebration right now. Yesterday was also Free Comic Book Day. If you're not familiar with what Free Comic Book Day is, that's where a majority or all comic book shops around the U.S., they basically give away free comics. Now the whole purpose of this, of course, is to encourage reading because honestly, no matter if it's a book at school, a book at the library, or any kind of book, period, it's important to teach everyone how to read. And it's more important, of course, for growing minds to learn how to read, of course. And so, therefore, they started up this concept years ago where it's called Free Comic Book Day. And what they do is they make sure to give everyone at least a comic book. Okay, most of the shops you go to, they have like certain limits. They'll do like 3 per person, 5 per person, whatever. But therefore, yeah, they give you comic books. They have a whole big giant table set up at every comic shop. I happened to visit a couple of them yesterday with my wife, and we got to see some cool artwork, got to see some cool toy stuff, etc. Now, a lot of the comic shops, of course, take advantage of this. They'll have people dress up in cosplay outfits. They may bring in special attractions or independent artists that are local that will do like original artwork there or prints or anything like that. So yeah, we went to 2 different shops in the north part of Houston here, and I've gone to these 2 stores in particular every year for the last 3 years now or 4 years now that we've been going to the Free Comic Book Day. So I wanted to share with you what we picked up, and you can see the comics that you could have gotten if you went to a comic shop yesterday. So at the second shop we went to, it's called Bedrock City Comics. It's a chain comic store. There's several all around Houston. And I had heard about these new Funko minis coming out, but I didn't know they were going to already be available. But they had the brand new Series 2 of the Funko Mystery Minis based on the Rick and Morty characters. So you can see on the back here, real quick, I'll show you all the different characters that are available in that series. I'm really looking forward to opening these, but I'm going to save this for another video. But I do want to let you know this video will be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so we went to one shop over in the northeast part of Houston, and it's called DNA Comics. It's a comic shop that's been in Houston for well over 20 years now. Previously, it used to be inside of a mall, then it later on became a standalone store, and they're still in business to this day. But we went there first, and it was really cool. They had a original 66 Batmobile, or I'm sure it's a replica one, but they had a 66 Batmobile parked outside of the store, so we could take some pictures with that. Alright, so here are the comics that I picked up. My wife and I both went through the line, so we have a couple of the same comics, but I'll share with you here. We got Bob's Burgers, okay, and here's how you can see Free Comic Book Day. So if you see a comic out in the wild and it says that, you know that's where it came from. Okay, it came from one of those Free Comic Book Days. Alright, second one here is Bongo Free For All. Got the Simpsons on this one. Love the Simpsons, of course, so I'm looking forward to reading that one. Star Wars Adventures. Alright, Han Solo and Chewbacca. And then my wife got a couple of the same one because she's going to send those off to one of our nephews. So we got 2 more, or 1 more each of the Bongo and the Bob Burger. And then this one just looks like a cool cover. Barrier is the name of the book. And it just has a cool, intriguing cover. Rated M for mature, so, you know, mature content inside here. But, yeah, it's pretty unique how it's written, okay? It's not your normal stand-up comic. It's more like a flip book style. So, that was pretty intriguing. Got those comics there from our first stop. And then I also was given one of these. They were giving these out in line. It was a Hero Click of Thor Ragnarok, and it's the Hulk. So that's nice. You know, it's not a mystery mini, but it's the Hulk, and it looks really awesome. I'm probably going to hang on to this anyways, though. Alright, so that was our first stop. And then our second stop, we went over to the Bedrock City Comics. This is also in North Houston. And we picked up some comics there, and they had a few. Every store seems to get some of the same comics, but then they'll get something different. They'll have 1 or 2 different comics than the other stores. And I don't know if it's just pure random or if they order specific ones. I don't know how that works. So when we got to Bedrock Comics, first of all, there was a Wonder Woman Jeep parked out front. That was really cool to see. It was really cool design and decorations. I'll show you some pictures there. But then also, when we first walked in, they had a couple of tables set up, and they had a couple of artists there that were doing prints for people right there. So if you wanted to request a certain kind of drawing, I'm sure you had to pay for it, of course, but they were doing that. There were a couple of people that worked on comic books, and they were signing them so that you could get autographs as well. And then they were also another table that was just giving away some of their own comics. They were not connected to the free comic book day. They just had their own comics that they were giving us. Kalapari, I think that's how you say that. It's a Netflix series. So that was one they were just giving out. So we had Bodhi Troll. Alright, another one they were just giving out. And then this one the table also had, this one is from Free Comic Book Day, Kaiser Soze. That's kind of cool. Reminds me of The Usual Suspects. I don't know if that's what it's based on, but that's what the name reminds me of. Alright, and then these are the ones that I picked up from the shop. Alright, we got The Tick, New Stories, love The Tick. Got Shadow Man, The Amazing Spider-Man, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers, Shadow Roads, and then DC Nation. Got the Joker on the front there. I was with my wife, so we kind of picked up a few of the same books, or they gave us some of the same ones. And so first of all, these are the ones that they gave her as well. They were the same ones, the freebie ones that they handed us when we first walked in the door. These are the ones that we also picked up though. We got Shadow Man, got Transformers Unicron, Berlin, we have Starburns Presents, The Tick again, and then Strangers in Paradise. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Got a nice stack of comics here to check out. If you haven't heard of it, now you do. Hopefully next year. Remember, it's basically the first Saturday of May every year. I think it's every first Saturday of May. They do this promotion where any of your local comic shops will do a free comic book day. It's a fun thing, and you get to check out some people that show up that are really passionate about comics and the genre itself. You see people in cosplay. I saw some people dressed up as like Star-Lord, Catwoman, Princess Leia. There was some really cool cosplay going on. Then we went next door, actually. There's another company in Houston. I'm not sure if they're outside of Texas or not, but it's a company called Half Price Books. And I'm not sure if it's a global or a nationwide company. I just know it's throughout Texas. There's a lot of different stores in like San Antonio, Austin, and so forth. They also had a promotion. Usually now they had a promotion where they just give out free comics as well, but they were doing that. This time they had a thing where if you bought something from the store, you get a free comic book. And so my wife had picked up a couple of books that she wanted to buy, and so I went through their free comic book bin, and this was awesome. This was just pure luck, but this was the comic book I picked out for free because she bought a book from that store, and it's WCW World Championship Wrestling #1 with Lex Luger on the front. Oh, I mean, that's just so cool. That was like perfect right there. So yeah, we got a WCW comic book. Got Sting. You got the dog-faced gremlin there. You got. I love these. I love all the old advertisements in comics. Yeah. So, yeah, that's awesome. WCW comic book, excellent. There you have it. So yeah, it was a fun day. We had a good time, and I highly recommend you try going next year if you did not happen to venture out yesterday. So there you go. That's the haul for me for comic book day. Pretty good sizable haul, and like I said, all this was free, of course, because it's free comic book day. All right, well, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. Also, remember, you can check me out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are below in the description below. And if you haven't done so yet, please click on that little subscribe button so you can check out all the other content we have available. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you tune in again. This is the one and only Pop Culture Junkie, and I'm signing out.